Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Royal Watch Daily. Today, we're looking at a deeply emotional and often overlooked side of the Prince Andrew controversy, the impact it has had on his daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. A royal expert has now described the sisters as victims of the Epstein fallout. As Andrew's links to Jeffrey Epstein became public, the monarchy has worked hard to distance itself from the scandal. Andrew stepped back from royal duties, lost his military titles and patronages, and gradually faded from public life. What was once a position of privilege, visibility, and royal status quickly turned to isolation and restriction. But while much of the public attention has focused on Andrew himself, far less attention has been paid to how this scandal affected the people closest to him, especially his daughters. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie grew up in the public eye, carrying royal responsibilities while trying to build private lives of their own. Suddenly, their family name became linked to one of the most damaging scandals the monarchy has faced in decades. And that's not something you simply escape from, even if you had nothing to do with it. Royal expert Duncan Larcombe recently suggested that Beatrice and Eugenie should also be seen as victims of the Epstein fallout. He explained that the sisters have had to quietly watch as their parents, Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, were pulled apart by controversy, media pressure, and reputational damage. According to Larcombe, this has created years of emotional strain, forcing the sisters into a position where they must remain publicly respectful and composed, while privately dealing with family pain, embarrassment, and uncertainty. They can't publicly defend their father without risking criticism. They can't openly express frustration without creating headlines. So instead, they've largely stayed silent, choosing dignity over drama. That silence, however, doesn't mean the situation hasn't deeply affected them. One of the most striking claims emerging from recent reports is that Princess Eugenie may have distanced herself from her father. Sources suggest she became increasingly frustrated with Andrew's refusal to publicly apologize to Epstein's victims. Eugenie has often been viewed as compassionate and socially conscious, so this alleged disagreement reportedly caused emotional strain in their relationship. If true, this highlights just how deeply divided personal relationships can become when scandal intersects with moral responsibility and public accountability. It's one thing to support a parent privately. It's another to reconcile personal values with ongoing controversy. For any family, these kinds of disagreements can be heartbreaking. For a royal family living under global scrutiny, they become even more complex. Prince Andrew's reported move from Royal Lodge represents another symbolic turning point. Once a senior royal living in a grand residence, Andrew now occupies a far more limited position within the monarchy. His reduced status reflects the monarchy's attempt to maintain public trust and protect its future. But every institutional decision carries a personal cost, not only for Andrew, but also for his daughters. Watching a parent lose identity, stability, and status can be emotionally challenging for any family. For Beatrice and Eugenie, this change plays out on a very public stage. It's a reminder that royal scandals don't end with press statements or policy decisions. They ripple through families. This story invites a broader conversation about the human consequences of scandal. Beatrice and Eugenie didn't choose controversy. They didn't create the circumstances that reshaped their family's future, yet they live with the consequences daily. They attend public events knowing the weight of public perception follows them. They build families and careers under the shadow of past headlines. Sympathy doesn't mean ignoring accountability. It means recognizing that innocent people often carry emotional burdens they never asked for. So, the question remains, do Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie deserve more compassion as collateral victims of a scandal they had no part in? Or does royal privilege mean accepting public consequences regardless of personal innocence? I'd love to hear your thoughts, respectfully, in the comments below. If you found this discussion thoughtful and informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more daily royal updates here on Royal Watch Daily. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.